Hello everybody, this is 2016 Kia Soul. I'm going to show you how to replace your front and rear brake pads. First thing first is you're going to remove your brake fluid reservoir cap. The reason we do that is when you press the caliper back to zero, all the pressure from the fluid comes back up to the reservoir, makes it a little bit harder to press the caliper. So if it's released, then it's a lot more easier. Start by removing your wheels. Get your lug nuts out. Here we go. You can see the brakes. Quick inspection will show you the brake pads are really low right now. Most likely this is squeaking already when you apply brakes. So to get to the brake pads, we're going to remove this bottom bolt only. You need 14 millimeter open wrench to take that bolt out. Once you do that, pull the caliper towards you and pull it up. Now we're going to push and slide out. Perfect. Check your brake pads. As you can see, brake pads are extremely low. And just like I said, this is your safety pin. You can see the edge of it has been sliding onto the rotor, making squeaking sound when you apply brakes. So what happens is every single pad has this safety pin. Some cars have sensors in here. Some have these pins, and their purpose is when the brake pad's also running out, then this pin gets in contact with the brake rotor every time you apply brakes, and it makes this very loud squeaking sound, not grinding sound. This is a warning for you to get your brake pads inspected and replaced. And if you ignore it for long enough time, this metal part will be the only thing left. The pad material will be completely gone. Grinding sound means the metal is grinding against the metal rotor and is causing a lot of damage. Now, you don't only need brake pads, you need brake pads and rotors, so it costs more money just because you did not replace them on time. Just always recommended to be proactive, and it saves you money. Hopefully this explains you why this pin exists. This always goes to the back of the rotor, not towards the front. The front's just standard. You can see there's no safety pin on the front pads. To reset the caliper, you can use this little procedure setup right here. You need a large channel lock plier, old brake pad, and squeeze it together like so. And you can see the brake caliper has reset to zero. Now, we're not replacing the hardware. We're going to clean this up and put the new pads on. Before you install your new pads, you're going to make sure to add lubricant to the pads, not to the hardware, because it starts to touch the rotor and causes squeaking noise even on the new setup. Here you go. I've just cleaned the hardware. Installation of the hardware is very simple. Push it down, line it up, make sure it's centered. To remove it, you're just going to pull this like that, and it's out. Clean it up with a wire brush. Here's how I lubricate the brake pads. I don't really goop it up and install them like that. Now, these are the things you need to check. Make sure the pins are free. If they're not, take them out, clean them, and re-grease them. I already done mine, and I'm just going to receipt it back in. I've done the top one as well, so we're just going to slide it like this, just the way we took it out. Make sure it seals against this boot. We don't want the dust going into the pin. Slide the caliper back in nice and easy. If there's any resistance, push the caliper piston more back, because if there's problem seating the caliper, most likely the piston didn't recede all the way. So to do this job, what you need 14 mil open wrench. You need a plier to squeeze the piston back in. And then you need a brush, wire brush to clean, and lubricant that comes with brake pads. That is all you need. Of course, you need a way to open your wheels. And that should be in your spare tire set. You don't need any special tools for that. So this is what it takes to replace your front brake pads. Let's move on to the rear one. 2016 Kia Soul. I'm going to show you how to replace the rear brake pads. Unlike the front ones, the rear brake pads are not that easy. You have to remove this 14 millimeter bolt on both sides, pull the caliper out. This caliper has a built-in e-brake. If it was electric, it's a piece of cake. We can do that. But for manual, we need a special tool. See those two notches on the caliper piston right there? They're designed for a special tool to go in, lock in the caliper, and twist the plunger as it pushes the piston back in. You're not going to simply squeeze and call it a day. For this, you need this toolkit. Apparently, you can do this toolkit, or they sell a cube. Right here. You're going to need this. You're going to need probably one of these guys. You would install it in front of this tool, so, and put it in front of the caliper using this plate. Line it up like this. Turn this one until the plate gets pushed against this side of the caliper completely. Then you're going to use this handle to push and twist the piston. You can see like that. So I can't do this one hand. I'll be back. Once you're done, it should look something like this, nice and flush against the rubber seal. And the pins should be in this position because the pins need to slide onto this part of the back brake pad. You can see the brake pads are extremely low on the brake rotor, so good call. Again, we're going to clean this hardware. To do that, you just pull on this ear, and take the hardware out completely, like so. Ta-da! Clean it, put it back in.